3,400 per tank load. 3,800 with the environmental score. Now, with 40,000 litres coming out of the cows, buying the dairy might be an option, although I then want probably another teletruck so that we can load up the truck. As you can see, not a long trip. Not that button, that button. Okay. Cows. We have 34,000 litres, so almost 7 more trips. This tanker does not sound very healthy, that much I will say. Is it the shift? Oh, it might be the gear shift. Every time it shifts gear, it sounds like I'm trashing the gears. Zoom out a bit so I got a better view of where we're driving. So this will put us on 110. Nice. There we go. I don't think the cows will make another 100 litres before we finish the next 6 trips. Now this pack does come with a trailer which can also carry 6,000 litres of, or 5,000 litres of milk. But adding trailer to this size vehicle, especially with how twitchy it is, probably not the best plan. Okay, R is the load button. Grief, I can't believe I've got it wrong every time. But reversing, you know, it's basically the ABI water tanker that we have. Just stick it on the back of this car would just make it difficult to reverse. And then with how unwieldy it is on the road. Well, it's a nice enough vehicle, but I think we've probably outgrown it. I wonder if there's a curtain sider short wheelbase, you know, full size truck. Although this does fit us well with the pallet moving, you know, the tomatoes and the bread we don't really need anything bigger than this for those jobs. But because it's auto load, it is only one thing we can use. So I've got the tippers, these things, but they don't have a weight on them. This is flat, so we can put the stuff on it. And then down here, oh no, trucks. Animals, I believe it's this one. I've got a 6x4 tanker which can carry milk, water, all the things, and 24,000 litres. So, yeah, effectively one trip we could have pretty much taken 2/3 of our milk, and then I'm not too worried about making another trip until I've got a full tanker again. But that tanker is a little pricey. Now there are a couple of sort of modular trucks like this one, which have tankers and flatbeds and tippers for them. I'm probably not in this series, because of the way they behave when you're connecting the modules. I'm probably not going to drive, get multiple modules in one truck like we had on Lawfolds. But I am probably going to get a truck with a module and do it that way. See, I pushed the right button that time. This is good. We're probably going to end up with about 150,000, which is I might be able to afford the harvester, but I'm not going to have any money left at the end of it. And I still think I want to buy a field or two. I think I want to take a look at how much we've made today. Because obviously we sold the canola. I'd like to know how much we made on that, because obviously arable farming is something we do. And so that's empty. Okay. Money is above the cow. So that's where we bought the 6R, 8R. We've sold 4,500 in bales today. We sold 48,000 in bales from the contracts I did yesterday, or October. We sold milk, 13,000 so far. Sold products. Harvest income, there we go. So we made 26,000 on our canola. It's not a lot, but that was our smaller field. It's the field that we've planted oats this year. But still, 26,000. And when you think about how many bales we're making and how much money we're making off bales, and then we've got the contract income, which I didn't concentrate on when we looked there, but some of you might have paid attention to what the contract income has been the last few days. Go car, go. So contracting, yeah, see, 80,000, that was 8 contracts in one day. So 10,000 per contract. I think we did 4 the previous month. We probably did about 4 the previous month. That's a lot of money. We're going to make 40,000 today once I finish the sugar beet contract. So 40,000 income daily for contracts that's a lot of farm income. I don't know if it's making the series too easy. I could do what Disturbed Simulations is doing on his what's this map called? Maypole map. He's got a mod that drains money daily. So you put a placeable on the map rather than adding money to your bank account daily. It drains money from your bank account daily. So he's got a mod that does that, and then he said, well, I've got 2 workers and I pay them £5,000 a month, and so he's just put these placeables on the map so that it drains £10,000 from his bank account every day. But then he's turned off cost of using a worker, so you don't pay a worker for hourly work. You just, the workers are paid 0 per hour. But the rationale is I've got 2 employees on my farm. I pay them £5,000 per month, and I need to keep them gainfully employed every month because I'm paying them every month whether they work or not. And at that point, he's saying I can do contracts with them, and I want them to do contracts because they need to generate income to pay their salaries. And it's a nice way to do it, I think. Okay, how are we doing with this shipment of milk stuff? Pop that open, fill it up, and let's have a look at the cows again. We are now down to 14,000. 2 more trips. Close the cap. So this trip plus 2 more. Do not hit the bales. Because the other thing with the harvester is, well, I could just skip it for now and maybe buy a harvester during the year, but I'm then hoping one comes up. If there are no harvesters for sale, we could get back into fall next year, and I've got nothing to harvest with. I'm going to have to lease one. And leasing a harvester is freakishly expensive. But is having a harvester that big and only 2 fields to harvest a good financial decision? And that might be the problem there. But yeah, as I say, there's no guarantee that there will be another harvester up for sale before we have to harvest stuff. But maybe the money is better spent buying fields so that we can generate more income for the farm. Although 30,000 from the canola, whatever it was, 28,000 from the canola, it's not a lot of income. I mean, it probably covers the rental of the the harvester, but it's not great profit. Okay, 2 more trips. 1 more trip after this one. And don't crash into anything. I'm thinking that there might be 5,000 litres in the tank before the end of the night. So what I probably do is I'll leave the tanker on the back of the truck. Oh, squirrels. And take 1 more trip at the end of the day. But we'll do 2 now, because that takes the tank down to less than 1 full load. Now the thing is, while I could buy the dairy, and the dairy is definitely filling up. 70,000. I don't know how fast the dairy processes. So right now I can dump as much milk as I want at the dairy and it's never a problem. But if the dairy processes, like we've got currently with the bread, we process about 50,000 litres of flour per year to make the bread. We're making way more than that on the various contracts that we're doing, plus 1 field of sorghum last year. And so it's a choke point. I can provide all the flour in the world to our bakery, but it just can't turn it into something. If it can't turn it into something, I'm going to cap out the capacity of the bakery for flour, which is why currently I'm selling flour on the market. I'm not taking it to the bakery and stocking up there because the bakery can't process it fast enough. And I don't want to be in the same situation with milk, especially not considering how many cows, how much milk just 30 milk producing cows are producing. So I'm kind of looking at it. I might want to keep that dairy as NPC owned, so it's a sell point, and maybe buy the placeable area and put my own dairy in there. And at that point, I'll be able to deliver milk to be processed by my dairy and sell milk at this dairy without worrying that I'm blocking capacity on it. Because I don't think, as a sell point, I don't think capacity comes into play, so I can just carry on delivering stuff here forever. But if I bought it, then it would have capacity and I would have to process the milk to remove it. Now there is probably milk. Where is the milk? Milk. There we go. Not a good month to sell, but even so, we can sell it at the bakery. I don't want to sell it at the bakery because I own that. And if I drop milk at the bakery, I can't use it until I can make cakes. At the dairy, I don't own it, so we get income from it. I can deliver it to Maypole Exports, so that's a generic yeah, I can sell there, not a problem. And we can sell it at the supermarket, which is just across the road there, but they don't give us an environmental bonus when we sell to them. But the problem with Maypole exports, it's on the other side of the map. But yeah, if I bought that dairy, I could, I could fill it to capacity, and then just ship milk across the map to the other dairy, to Maypole exports, until the dairy has capacity, processing capacity. Okay, I'm going to drop the truck off around the back of the cowshed for now. Because as I said, I think there's probably going to be 5,000 litres at the end of today. So I will probably be able to run another trip tonight. Where is Cows? Cows is there. We have 4,683, so 317 litres, hopefully before the end of the day. And this one, what do we do? Right click, turn off all the dots, close that up, and lower the pickup and go. And we will sweep up all of the grass in the corners. I think there's probably enough for a bale or two here. As I said, I don't think there was enough in the other fields to make a full bale. So you can see the last time we did cut field 52, there's a pile of hay right at the entrance to the field. That's outside of the bounds of both fields, so if you try and pick it up, you'll get told, oh, you don't have access to this. How's our baleage doing? So we got kind of close to clearing the field with course play. But going round the corners, the rake doesn't follow the tractor as closely as the baler does. So there is big difference when the baler tries to follow and pick up round corners. That's pretty much standard, unless you do the driving yourself on the baler. And even then, I missed bits. This is still not looking like it's a great load of grass that we're picking up. Didn't really notice what we started with, but a lot of this is unrowed, so it's very sparse. — 72%, not bad, I guess. This baler is I'm very impressed with this mod. It's got a good pickup. We're getting most of it. Very occasionally it's just a little bit too much. Or the width of the row is just a little bit too much for it. I mean, this bit, not going to collect all of it in one pass, but it's going to make a good attempt. Probably get about half of it. And a little bit more, and once more for luck. How are we doing? That was 10% in a corner. So by that math, I'm guessing we get to the opposite side and there will be enough to complete the bale in the baler. Well, this row isn't a full row. I thought it might have been. Guess we can sidle over here. And then I guess it's time to go back to the sugar beet harvester. Ship some of that down to the store. How are we actually doing on the contract there? We're 40% done, about 25% shipped, but we've got 2 full trailers, so that's not too bad, I guess. She does struggle up hills with this baler. Ooh. Might get the bale out before we're done. $99, $100, yay. You're going to empty? You're not on. Oh, I didn't put it on automatic empty because I had it on course play. So the worker just emptied it as they went. I didn't. Ooh, missed grass there. Oh well. Already up to 12%. So it takes a while, but I'm going to say it's probably worthwhile when you consider the amount of money you can make on a single bale. I mean, kind of like sugar beets. It's a pain in the butt. It takes ages to do, time-wise. You want to do the likes of soybeans because it takes far less time to harvest a soybean crop and far less time to transport it because it's so much of a lower density. However, sugar beets will always make you more money per field than soybeans do. Okay, that field looks like a mess. But I don't have to put stuff down on that field until it's planted because the planter will remove the weeds. We just have to come back and deal with the weeds later because I believe that